God, here we are at Town Hall in Sydney, New, New South Wales, Australia. And we're here today again to preach the gospel, again to ask people in, to call them in to pray and get their heart right with God. And there's an urgency on our heart, there's always an urgency on our heart to see people safe in the hand of Jesus. But it seems to me today that urgency is more pronounced. It seems to me that there are things happening in the world, indicators, converging things that are happening that tell me that Jesus Christ is not too far away, that he's coming back, and we need to be ready. So what we see, I looked at a map this morning of Hurricane Helene in America, and when you looked at the map, most of one half of North America was covered by the effects of this cyclone, and trillions of litres of water have been poured out of the heavens. Things seem to be different. We had recent news of Europe and the floods there. When you look at the map, half of Europe covered in water, deluges of water. So this is what we look at, indicators. We look at the signs. Jesus said in Matthew 24, there will be signs. Watch for them. Watch for my coming. He said there would be wars and rumors of wars. That's an easy one to see. The war that's been raging in Ukraine, with Russia invading Ukraine, and with Israel. And I see this morning in the news that Iran has invaded, has attacked Israel. 360 rockets fired at Israel. Things are changing, people. We talk about it. I also see in the news where the UN have had their summit for the future. And their summit for the future speaks about global governance, one world order, one world government. There won't any longer be an Australian government or an American government or a French government. There'll be one world government, one world currency, digital currency, no more cash. Think about all these things, people. This world is changing, and it's changing at a very fast rate. Jesus said there would be birth pains. When you see these things happening, they are the birth pains. And what happens in a birth? The pains become more frequent and more intense until the birth happens. And that's what's taking place now in the world. We've got one world religion. We have the Pope saying all religions are accepted, all religions lead to God. That is not biblical. It's nowhere near biblical. Jesus Christ is the only way to get to heaven. There's only one way. There's not 10 ways. So we need people, as I said, there's a sense of urgency on our heart, and it should be on your heart to get your place with Jesus Christ secure. Because this world is changing quickly, and it's not a conspiracy theory. Read the news yourself, wake up, understand what's happening. This message is for you. It's for every person to wake up and see the signs and understand that this age of grace, what do I mean by that? I mean there's an offer on the table at the moment that Jesus Christ has won on the cross of Calvary. He's done it for all who believe. And the offer is this: if you believe in your heart that Jesus Christ died for you, you were the last person on this earth. He would have done it for you. That's how much he cares. He demonstrated his love toward us, that while we were yet sinners, Christ died for us. Not while we're good people, or while we think we've improved ourselves, or we've done good things, or anything else. While we were yet sinners, and every one of us is a sinner. Every one of us is a sinner. We need to realize that and understand that there is no way for us to pay for our own sins this side of hell. We will pay one day. Every one of us will pay for our sins unless somebody else pays for us. This is what Jesus did. Paid the price, took the iniquity of us all upon himself. The Father laid the iniquity of us all upon Jesus, and he died on the cross, and he did it for you, and he did it for me. And people say, oh, why does God allow all this evil? God has done a wonderful thing for every person. He became man. That in itself is an extraordinary act of love, coming out of heaven, the all-powerful, all-knowing, omniscient, omnipresent, everywhere. God came out of heaven, became a human being like us, breathing air like us, doing all the things that humans do. He did that so that he could be the sacrifice